EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Well, the second of 3 games here on this Sunday, we continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Smith going to go to the air first play. As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the 50, it's Smith. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, Smith. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his fourth down call.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Out of the gun, Smith. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Geno. And this is going to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it,
But that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going. Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Howell throwing on third down here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Smith. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jonathan Allen able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game.
And the defense, they get to Howell. Will go down here. Jordan Brooks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Howell. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now Geno on first down. Short throw to Dissly. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Smith. And that's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Smith throwing again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Throwing is Smith. And he rifles one incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Smith now to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
No ball. Hey, it's a clip.
Here's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Faking the handoff. Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Throwing here, Howell. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
And the Washington first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Samuel in motion. Howell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
3rd and 2, here's Howell. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 44 yards. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Look. Check 51, cover.
Throwing now is Geno. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
53.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Howell out of the shotgun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
And now we'll throw it.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here's Howell. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
2nd and 10, Howell. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back to throw, Smith.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now Geno. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Commander 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Howell from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Line.
Smith. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Smith.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Howell. Oh, that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll throw from the gun.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss Gets this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Well, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd down, Howell now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Howell down to throw it.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But Walker hitting the ball is out.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
2nd and short now following the fumble.
Off of play action. Here's Smith.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Smith on third down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find it.
Tyler Lockett, loose inside the 30. Tyler Lockett, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 63 yards. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Howell. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll motion McLaurin left. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Howell going to audible to something else. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Sly able to put this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Geno out to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Seahawks use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14. Touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Howell's throw is on target to Likely.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Here's a give to Gibson. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 73 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a 1st down. And Howe will throw it.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Right with the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Howell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a 2nd and 10. Howell out of the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Howell's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go Sunday. 49, flip it off, 49.
Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one too low. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Howell. Minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 4th down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker
sending his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd down throw for Howell. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they go play action with Howell.
He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.